One of the best parts about the end of summer means the gardens have come to full maturity and you get to see them in all their glorious splendor.
And speaking of glorious splendor, we're heading out to the Wash Park Gardens in Denver and meet with one of the top dog horticulturists with the Denver Parks and Rec. They're going to tell us how they design, plant, and care for all those beautiful gardens. You really want to see this.
We are at the big gardens at Washington Park, an old set of gardens that have been here since around the turn of the century. There are 49 beds at this location and another 20 or 30 beds over near the other lake. This is one of the larger displays in the city, and it has incredible traffic, vehicle traffic, pedestrians, joggers, bicycles. It's very heavily used. These are almost all annuals. There are 3 perennial gardens in this park that were converted from annual beds. And then she has a butterfly garden, which is right next to us here, that she's growing perennials to emphasize the attraction to butterflies. There's one horticulturist that takes care of this with several helpers. And it's a year-by-year process. She's designing the beds for next year, which she did for these beds last year. She orders the flowers and we grow them at the greenhouse. And usually the mid-May, we start sending them out.
Most of the annuals that we use all bloom the same time of year, so it's just a matter of getting the right height. So some of the, just making sure you know which ones are going to be tall and short and to put them in the bed accordingly. Usually I sit down with colored pencils and a map and I just start kind of picking colors and I sort of think in terms of plants when I'm thinking of colors and put them all down. Try to get all the beds that are next to each other to sort of not clash terribly. I sort of was just inspired by color this year, so I sort of nicknamed the garden Spectrum, and I did all the colors of the rainbow here. So these beds up here, well, 3 of them, I did all opposites on the color wheel. So I've got like purple and yellow, and orange and blue, and a red and green, kind of going with the whole like color spectrum, and that was sort of my inspiration this year. Once I knew I wanted to do rainbow beds, because I've always wanted to do that, just to kind of come up with the challenge of finding plant material that's going to be all the colors of the rainbow. Then these beds up here, I wasn't sure what to do with them, but I definitely wanted to somehow tie it to the rainbow beds, because all the other beds in the garden are matching, and these ones are sort of their own thing. So I thought to tie it to the rainbow beds, I did opposites on the color wheel. The design changes every year. So last year was my first year here at Washington Park, and I got to do the design, and then this year they all change. And the plants, most of the plants stay the same. They're fairly the same year after year, and we'll get a few new varieties in different colors. So it's just a matter of changing up the combinations. So we've actually got the garden plans in for next year, and it's going to be, well, I'm calling it whimsy, and I can't say too much, but I'm really excited about some of the fun stuff we're gonna do, and it's gonna be just really fun. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the garden, and you should come down in person in the next few weeks. It's really going to be going crazy, so be good.